Well, good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome everybody to our Wednesday night call. And look, we have a lot of information. Dale, when I started going over all the administration slides I had put together, I was like, okay, this is going to be a minute. So I'm going to start promptly, all right, just to be able to cover it all. I want to make sure I have everything under control here. We definitely got a few more folks joining us. So everyone, please bear with
Where are you
me.
going?
Hello. Let me mute everybody, Dale, and I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second. Oh, all right. There we go. All right. Well, look, everyone, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining tonight. Like I said, I just got back from vacation. I'm still in vacation mode, so bear with me if I seem extra happy more than I normally am. Please, I'm trying to contain my happiness. All right. So, but with that, look, I'm going to definitely share as much information as I can tonight. I definitely had the opportunity to look at the Candace Bird Davis video that Dale showed last week, and oh my goodness, man, it was so powerful, and it seemed almost deja vu because she was like, "We're almost at the end of March." I was like, "Really?" it felt kind of weird there a little bit, but with that, I got a lot of administrative slides to kind of go over, so bear with me. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go ahead and get started. So let me do that now. All right, here we go. We're going to share this, and here we go. All right, first and foremost, as you guys know, we have our Mondays with Dale. I saw that you had a pretty special one last week, Dale, so I'm interested about that. I have to definitely talk to you offline and find out a little bit more about it. But definitely the Mondays with Dale, every chance I can. Actually, this is a good week, so hopefully I get a chance to see you this week, Dale. And actually, Dale, this slide is incorrect, and it should be 2 p.m. Is that correct? I can't see you, so
yes, Vegas. Two quick things. That should be 2 p.m. And we have just turned this over to our African leaders that we have developed. So starting next Monday, it's going to be called MDC Monday, Africa Edition.
Nice. Awesome. So I knew there was a special announcement last week, so because I saw it, but I wasn't able to join. Actually, I was traveling, so I wasn't able to join like I would normally do when I'm off. So hey, great things are happening. So hey guys, still plug in. Definitely the time is 2 p.m. So I'll make sure I get that. I thought I got the right slide, but hey, that's why great minds work together. All right. So, but this is a slide that I updated. All right. We have and I apologize, this thing might be in the way, so bear with me. But our power push training during the day, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those guys are doing an amazing job. So if you get a chance during the day, jump on. But hey, guess what? Now we have the opportunity. We can take advantage of doing the evening. So each and every Tuesday, and please, I don't know if Raymond is on, but if someone can confirm that for me, but I believe it's every Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time. Oh, excuse me, 6 p.m. Pacific Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They do that same training. So it's a nighttime for those folks who've been missing it. I highly recommend you take advantage of it. Again, I think I mentioned to you, I signed up for a training that cost me thousands of dollars. And I can tell you now, the trainings that I was able to get on the Power Push, to see that same quality of information being able to be given out freely. Hey guys, look, all we got to do is plug in and take full advantage of it. All right. Then every Thursday, opportunity presentation, new time. I got this slide right there. All right. Every Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Daylight Savings Time. We have the new time listed here. Definitely take a screenshot. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get this out of the way. I do see it is blocking. So let me move that up here. Here we go. All right. So that way you can see the password and everything. Make sure you have a chance to get on that. I highly recommend it. I've definitely had the opportunity to jump on. Great presentation. Dale, any changes to this lineup on Thursday, or is it still the same?
This one is it's gonna be me, but we're gonna have some guests. We've had Chris Robinson recently. This week it's gonna be a couple of the African leaders working with me.
Fantastic. All right. And then also too, let me see if it's going to advance. Oh, fantastic. Every Thursday we have our The future of social selling, our company's doing the presentations at House of Brands. Look, guys, I've mentioned it 1,000 times, and I'll say it again. It is nothing like to have the top leaders working for you. Why not take advantage of them? Allow them to do the presentation for you, do the heavy lifting, all right? And then, hey, I just saw it. Our one and only Mr. Josh Zawego is going to be hosting Turn Your Phone Into an ATM, all right? A Facebook training. Hey, look, you make sure you get this link. It's on the company's official My Daily Choice site. It's at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. All right. So if you didn't catch this, you should please take a moment, take a screenshot of this. I'll post this in the in our chat just to make sure everyone sees it. But this is tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. Look, why not learn from the best? All right. So this, I mean, clearly Josh knows what he's doing. He knows how to do the working social media. He's been able to simplify things that are very complicated for a lot of folks. So, hey, by all means, let's take full advantage of it. All right. So now for my training topic tonight, that leads me into what we were talking about earlier. Look, Miss Candace Bird Davis, oh my goodness gracious, I took so many notes. One of the great things I love about what Candace is, she has a way of keeping things simple. All right. And she talked about as a matter of fact, let me make sure I'm quoting it correctly. Navigating the unknown road to success. All right. And I think that is, we all dealing with that, right? Trying to either bypass the potholes, how to get past it. I mean, I'm just telling you, I picked up so many nuggets. Matter of fact, did I write it down? Oh, there was one statement, one quote. There was many quotes that she made, but she said she saw it on social media. Oh, wait a minute. I love this. All right. And just a quick nugget before I get into my training. She said, you can't spell millions or billions without a couple L's, which means that's either losses or lessons learned. All right. So, hey, guys, look, I love it. I actually went on social media and found it. So you'll see me repost that. All right. So, but with that, look, I took that and decided to go into some 5 simple steps. I even have a bonus for you. But I'm telling you, there are just some simple things that we could be doing once we know why we're doing it. She talked about vision. She talked about building a daily routine. So those who didn't see it, I'll repost that link in the chat for people to see it. But she talked about having a vision for where you really want to go, and then why, well, know the who, what, when, and where, and why you're doing what you're doing. When you have that down, then this training right here is meant to just supplement or to be able to add to that to help you with some of the meat and potatoes that you need. So, but again, it goes back to the basics. Look, there are certain things that we just need to be able to do. Number one, we got to get our spot. What I mean by that, well, I'll share that in a second. But first, you got to get your spot. Secondly, you got to use the product. I'm sure you've heard it, be a product of the product, and I'll go into that a little deeper. You got to share your results. See, I've heard the old saying, story sells, facts tell. All right, so you got to share your story. All right, and then you'll get paid. All right, and then finally, you got to act as if. You got to start today. All right. So let's peel this back a little bit. Number one, what I mean by get your spot, you got to be all in. I think sometimes when folks look at the compensation plan, they get started because they believe in the products, they like what they are, but you need to position yourself to get the best out of what you're doing. So get the most out of your results. So for example, if you're not executive, get to executive, get that 90 BV so you can get paid the most for what you do. As I mentioned it earlier, be a student of the business. There's so many new companies, so many new products, from everything from the even the clothing line that just was released recently. I mean, there are products and brands that are being released that you want to learn more about. Because, for example, for me, I can get passionate about a product that I'm excited about. Now, you may not be excited about it, but I may be excited about it. And that product that I'm excited about, guess what? When I start sharing it, then it becomes natural because it's something I'm consuming myself. It's something that I've gotten major results for. And therefore, I tend to have a story behind it. Therefore, I can either use other people's story or use my own because I've got a personal testimony, a personal relationship with a product that's gotten me excited. All right. fundamentals of the business. When I say that, I mean peel back the back office, look at all the different changes, and I'm sure some more coming, but look at all the changes that have been made, find out about the company, the products. I know I've talked to Christina a couple, like for example, she's had a couple challenges. She's posted it, regarding some of the shipping stuff. She's worked through them. Guess what? That experience is invaluable in business to know how to deal with the ebbs and flows of things that go on. By all means, man, it just takes your business to another level because you know how to deal with it. You know how to be the customer service to your customers, not the company be the customer service. You be the customer service to your customers. All right. And then finally, I like this form. Family, occupation, recreation, and message. Some people use money, for example, but I use message. I believe, and that's how you can start that communication with people and then lead into how to invite people, how to have your business launches because you've been exposing people to this, and how to plug into the leadership, learn more. And then most importantly, or just as important, learn about the comp plan. How do you effectively get paid for what the work you're putting in? All right. And then number 2, use the products. I kind of leaned in this a little bit early, but use the products and find out which ones you can get you can have the most passion about. I can tell you this, I will probably be using CBD the rest of my life. Honestly, between that and oh my goodness, the Instagram has been working wonders for me. I can tell you right now, Miss Christina is doing some amazing things with the Instagram. What it's doing for her and the amount of weight she's lost, her personal story. I'm just telling you, when I say stories sell, it is by all means. I mean, look, the proof is in the pudding, as they say, right? So when you're sharing your story and then you can see, the folks can see your results, it's night and day. All right. And then you can easily get passionate about something that's working for you. Right. So, and then use the business to find out which parts excite you most. What I mean by that is, when you're talking about not only the product lines, but maybe there's some other things like the Akashics or Highlight Travel, or it could be something particular about the company on how we do events or whatever it might be. Those things that you're excited about, that you can, when you start sharing that with people, it comes through. People gravitate to you because you're excited about what you're involved in. And then number 3, man, you got to share your results. I'm leaning into it because they all kind of work together. When you're talking about the products, you're talking about the business, what it did for you. Look, here's a personal testimony. Because I think I've told some people in the past, but when my wife was able to retire almost 5 years now, 4 years, 5 years now. She was able to retire early based on what the world says, but I promise you, we didn't do anything special. All we did was took the savings, the earnings that we made from our little side business that we have, and we started saving it, and we used those funds to pay off debt, that debt faster. Therefore, when she was able to retire, her expense levels were here, her income was here, and guess what? That's when you can retire. All right. So with that, use the business, use the products, and have it to be able to be to a point where you can not only share with others, but you have a personal testimony, and that passion, when it comes across, man, it's night and day. And then if you don't have that story, find other people's stories and use theirs. Share other people's stories and their excitement and things, what it did for them. Hey, did you know? Or you remind me of a person who had XYZ results and it did XYZ for them. And as you share those experiences with people, it's just people gravitate to you because of that. All right. I jumped ahead again. You remind me of. All right. So then as you start sharing your results, then you get paid. I can tell you, I look at the post that Cheryl makes. I look at the post that Christina makes. Definitely, I've seen Keith do it. I've also seen Nathan and Sherry. A lot of you do the exact same thing. Some of the posts you've made just naturally cause people to gravitate to you. And because of that, people want to know more, and they naturally become customers. Just by sharing a little, you get a little. But man, if you put some nitroglycerin behind it, you do it a lot more, you post more, you're going to have people gravitating to you. And as a result, you might get a call going, Vegas, I got a friend of mine who's been looking for CBD. Oh, hey, Vegas, do you guys still use that product or still have that gas, that fuel product? I just got a call just the other day. I'm supposed to send him the link this evening. I told him I would rather, about the fuel product and how well it's done. And then I reminded him, because when I was driving. I had my Magnum on. He said, Vegas, I meant to get the link from you the other day. I said, no worries, man. I'm going to put it in my link. I'm going to put it in my text message to you and send it to you later tonight. So with that, look, use what you have. Share the information you have and get paid. All right. Now, service to many leads to greatness. I've learned that from I've heard Candace say it, but there was a lady in a business I was in years ago, guys. I'm dating myself here, but let's just say I was about 21. I now know that she got it from a gentleman by the name of Jim Rome. All right. But it was a lady it was in the DMV area. Her name was Peggy Gist. Actually, she was in insurance services, and she used to say this all the time: service to many leads to greatness. I saw her get a news article in the Washington Post about her success because she moved into an affluent neighborhood that normally folks like her don't move into neighborhoods like that. It was a very affluent neighborhood, and because she did, I mean, it was this news crew came out, did a big article on her, and I could tell you, it was just, I told her story 1,000 times. And in my young age of like 19, 21 years old in the insurance industry at the time, that's what I was, to share her story, man, it just touched people's heart. They were just excited. They wanted to know more about that business because of what she was doing. All right. So it doesn't necessarily have to be your greatness. It can be other people's greatness. And as you're sharing it and you're doing it more, we're responsible for more. All right. So that's a whole nother story. So at some point, as you get started, as Candace talks about, you have to take action. You have to move to start causing this wave of new things to happen for you or to benefit you. So to do that, you got to act as if. I've used that statement a lot, but a lot of people, I don't think they realize how important it is. I think sometimes we can get what they call it, analysis of paralysis, or we can have, like, for example, sometimes I'm looking at, I don't know if you can see it, but I have these books on my desk, and sometimes I wonder, I catch myself and go, Vegas, how much studying do you need to do? How much reading do you need to do before you start taking some action? Meaning start today, start moving on the information that we have. Ice on knowledge does you nothing. All right. You have to start moving that knowledge. You got to put it to use. You got to test it. Actually be proactive. That's one of the keys that Candace was talking about. You got to try that stuff. You got to move. You got to be, what is it? What is the word she used? She said, you can't, man, she was talking about leadership, and there was so much information I picked up, guys, and I'm gonna butcher it, but please bear with me. One of the things she was talking about leadership, she was talking about it a lot. And the only way to lead people is that you got to get out in front. You got to try. You got to sell that vision and cast that vision, but you got to try. You got to put forth the effort. You got to go into the unknown. And when you go into the unknown, sometimes things don't work out. You're going to hit some L's, right? You're going to learn some lessons. You might, you might not have that, that success that you think you may have, but guess what? You're going to learn from it. So no experience is, let's put it this way. Any experience is good experience, in my opinion, because you can learn what works and what doesn't. And from that, you can learn to course correct and get better. So with that, I got a closing video I want to share with you. Sometimes, and I'm going to call this bonus, a bonus step 6. All right. I wanted to keep it to 5, but I saw this video and it reminded me sometimes of just, we got to be careful. We're not being weird. All right. We want to go out and be relatable to people, share information with folks, but we don't want to be weird. All right. So I think this is a good video. For those of you who've seen it, y'all know what y'all about to see, but I think it kind of speaks volume as we're out there prospecting, sharing with folks about how to get better. We just want to be able to communicate with folks. So I'll stop talking. Let me show the video and I'll be right back.
Yo, DeAndre, man, what's up?
Hey, Anthony. What's up, man?
What's up, man? I ain't seen you in like 6 months, bro. You solid?
I've never been better. I've just been on the road to success. Follow your dreams, okay? Steve Jobs, man. Steve Jobs.
What about Steve Jobs?
The key to success. Steve Jobs. Jeff Bezos. Elon Musk.
Yeah, them dudes are super rich. Hey, you good, bro?
In 2 weeks, I'll be the richest man in the world. You know why?
Why?
Because I spoke it into existence.
Okay, like, how you actually gonna do it, though?
A goal, a plan, an idea. Love, compassion, determination, motivation. life, brother.
Word. Okay.
You should come to our meeting tonight at 9. Come talk to some millionaires. Let's get rich.
You know, actually, nah,
Nah. Yes.
nah, nah,
Nah. Nah. Yes.
yes, nah. Is it like, nah, man, nah.
Nah. Yes.
Okay, I'll go.
So, look, guys, I don't know about you, but every once in a while, I've been with some people prospecting, and maybe you have, and I've wondered, have I come across that way? And so I don't know, because every once in a while I'm like, less is more. All right, I don't know about you, Marilyn, but every now and then I just wonder, do I come across that way? Right. So with that, look, guys, I'm not gonna be long, but I wanted to make sure I gave you guys some value. I was just so, I'm happy to be back, but don't get me wrong, I love vacationing. But look, guys, I'm just jacked up my mind where we sit right now. So look, I'm hoping you got some good value. I'm gonna post some update slides in the chat so people have it, because definitely Josh's training tomorrow night, I think it's gonna be amazing. So don't miss out. So hey, lock in 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, and I believe that's 5 p.m. Pacific. All right. So with that, look, that's all I have for tonight. Everybody have a good one. Take care.